Hi, my name is Heather Grace. Much like Radine, I was injured on the job, only I was a web geek. I was a webmaster for mental health and medical publications that taught, ironically, doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals so that they could retain the right to practice medicine in anywhere in the U.S. And though I was doing that job, I was working very hard and injured my neck. And as Radine explained, the care is just not what it's supposed to be, even if you really want to go back to your job. And so I ended up with a spinal cord injury as well as central pain, RSD. My nerves are just a mess head to toe because it started in my neck, and now my entire spine is degenerating, and disc after disc in the top and in the bottom. And it's kind of eventually the middle will kind of, just everything will be damaged. And, it's been really rough. My whole identity, I think, at that point was about my job and who I was going to be because I was in my late 20s when this happened. And I was at a point where I was middle management in the corporate world. And it was, to me, a decent job and one that I could really see myself doing, but it was ripped away from me before I had a chance to see where it was going to go. And so I had to kind of figure out who I was again. And I think that, the miracle of technology being what it is, I can still be on the internet, but I just can't be making web pages anymore. I can't be creating online courses anymore, but I can be sharing experiences via social media, blogging, telling people about pain and to be wary. If you have an injury, get treatment right away. Doesn't matter what it takes. Get outside of workers' comp if you have to. Don't wait because you will end up like me. And it's really important to me that I turn my negative into someone else's positive.
Okay, so now we have 3 questions for the panelists. The first question: when you went through the dark days, how did family and friends react? And how did you turn that into a positive for you? So.
I think for me, my loved ones and family just didn't get it. Had never really experienced anybody with the kind of pain I had. It wasn't just I have a boo-boo and I got a Band-Aid and now I'm back to being well. It was I'm not better. Oh my God, my life's over. What am I going to do? Help me figure this out. And because they're taught to think, you might be a drug addict, you might just be lazy, you might be pulling some kind of scam, who knows what you're doing, to be suspicious because everything you see on television and the media is all about we're bad, we're horrible, if we take a pain medication, we should probably go to jail. And, so I think it was really tough. And, the way that I got back to life, the way I turned all that around for myself was realizing my family is people like you. My family is people with pain who I just meet them and they know me. They're my friend from the minute I speak with them. And, Dr. Tennant's office was such a blessing for me because I met my best friend there too. And I've met so many good people ever since. And I just really think that, coping is reaching out to others and rebuilding your family through people who know you and understand you and love you for all you are. Literally, the pain was the hardest thing for me because I just couldn't take it. At a certain point, my body was giving out. It was just unbearable. And they made me go to a psychiatrist because I was telling them, if you don't fix me, do you want me just to die on your doorstep? What do you want to happen next if you don't help me? And the reality was I saw them and I said, you know what? I'm depressed because I'm ill. There's no other reason. If I was better right here today, I wouldn't ever be depressed. I'd be jumping for joy if I could. And so for me, it was really about finding the doctor that finally helped me, getting the pain care I needed. It was a miracle for me. and I thank God every day. I'm so thankful for that. I'm thankful for the care I received and still do, the fact that I am able to get the medications I need without being questioned, the fact that my whole diet is better. I'm gluten-free now. I didn't even know I had a problem with that. I have so many allergies, and that was causing so much inflammation that I just had no idea, and I lost 10 pounds as soon as I got all the allergens out of my body overnight. And, you know, it really has transformed my life.
Very powerful women we have here on the table, very inspiring stories, stories of strength. Thank you very much, ladies. So we'll read some questions from Twitter.
There's one from Patricia Morris, Texas. Says, I hurt so bad last year I was begging for a pain block even when people were dying from tainted drugs. Now, as Radine was explaining, obviously this is a huge issue. Besides the fact that people can get meningitis from a tainted drug, you can also get, like she was explaining, adhesive arachnoiditis. I suggest anyone who's had epidurals or is considering getting an epidural, look up that illness. It's very serious, permanent disability, scary.
Believe me, I thought my pain was the worst I could feel. No.
And it actually made her life hell when it could have probably been decent amount of, you know, pain, but very livable without, you know, having to go through the hell she went through. But what I wanted to tell Patricia Morris and anyone else, go to the foresttenant.com website and go to the patient section. And I'm not saying it because I'm paid, I swear. It's just because it's really full of information.
No, trust me. Remember when he said he was cheap? He is.
Yeah.
We don't get paid.
Yeah, he will do basically anything to help somebody. He's such a giving person. But those books were written because he cared that much. And it's not about making money. They're free. They've always been free. And I can't even tell you, probably 50 different techniques you can use. I use GABA and taurine, for instance, amino acid building blocks and amino acids to help my nerves. And that's something that most people have no idea about. He discovered it with his practice. And those are the kind of things in there that no other doctor knows about because they're not reading his research and they're not talking to pain doctors that know. So I think it's really important.
But P, we do understand. You just want relief so bad. It's like sledgehammer over the head. That gave me relief last time. Can you just do it again?
Absolutely. You know, it's serious. It's serious.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I can imagine.
There are a few sites that For Grace has a few things. There's also a few of the sponsors around here. U.S. Pain Foundation. They have little one-sheet handouts that you can ask for or download from the website that will very quickly and in great words explain a few chronic pain tips to them or a few ideas about it, and it helps tremendously.
That's what I was getting to. You know, that's what I was getting to. So you want to make sure you read about all the things that you need and be able to communicate that to whoever you're working with, your boss or your coworkers, to make people aware of what's going on with you. So
one other thing I just want to say is that legally they are required, if it is a need for your physicality to be present at work, to just accept and accommodate you to the best of their ability. And it's something that if your boss isn't accommodating you, you can go to HR. The Americans with Disabilities Act is for us so that we can be who we need to be wherever we are.